Sambajirao Maneji.
Mr. Speaker, I would like to draw your attention to an important subject. There is a question that teachers across the country need to look at very seriously today. 25. Like teachers, does the future depend on it? TET Teachers Eligibility Test. This test, called RTI, was prepared after the implementation of right education, and it is a test for all those who are below 53 years of age across the country. We'll have to give. Such a decision was taken through the central government, and today there is a situation where the future of 25,000 people depends on it. The future of our children depends on it. Some people have gone to the court through which, if these teachers do not pass in this eligibility, then the decision to dismiss them has been taken through the central government and has been locked due to going to the court. It has been deadlocked. I would like to appeal to the central government. If all these teachers have passed their local tests and have been recruited there, then the central government will become their party and go here through which they can go.
This issue arises from various regions, madam, and we should not unjustly blame these individuals.
What Maneji has said, taking forward the same thing, he fulfilled it through TET on behalf of his party leader Akhilesh Yadavji. About 25,000 teachers of the country alone, more than 2,000 teachers of Uttar Pradesh today are completely insecure. One will be able to do teaching work, but before that, there is a provision that those who are earlier teachers who have passed or failed these exams will perform services in accordance with the terms of service which they have received at that time. But on September 1st, a decision of the Honorable Supreme Court on 2025, I strongly advocate in the House for this.
I will say in a way.
This is only the Honorable Supreme Court, not about
State.
Center.
Today, due to inadequate advocacy by both central and state governments, significant challenges persist.
More than 1 million teachers are their families. We have over 200,000 teachers in Uttar Pradesh. The Indian who is troubled by this, my Chairman G, through you.
Request from the government.
Certainly, indeed.
Ordinances, millions. Constitutional amendments, millions of the country.
5,000 teachers, especially 2,000 teachers in Uttar Pradesh, are now protected.
And don't.
So these are...
Thank you.
To you, Chairperson Madam, like you got you tension the ask to pressure space by school Honorable Member Shri Lauji Vermaji.
Thanks to Honorable Chairman Madam and esteemed Shri Dharmendra Yadavji for highlighting this significant matter. It is a question related to the future of millions of teachers in Uttar Pradesh and the country. Appointed as teacher in classes Y to 8 in schools by the central government, Vid Gazette of India number 2215, dated 25th August 2010. The minimum qualification is determined. Human. These qualifications were determined in 2010. It will be applied to whoever is admitted later. But by a decision of the Supreme Court, those who have worked for 20 years, 25 years, 30 years are also eligible. The examination has been made compulsory, while the Manyavar NET was prescribed by UGC. NET qualification in degree colleges was not applicable to those who were already teachers. In the same way, we demand from the government through you that this obligation is coming to the House for this obligation. Make a law so that teachers who are already employed do not have to take the eligibility test. This is our Swaraj through you.
Nearly 110 primary schools under G jurisdiction remain deprived of adequate land resources. Address this unsustainable gap, sir, please.
RACOs are schools that are run by tagging in rented houses, community buildings, and other schools. Land is available in Mortajis Vidyalaya there. Construction work has stopped or has not started. The situation of schools across the state is even more worrying. More than 15,000 schools do not have bench desks. 20,000 schools do not have electricity, and only 25% of schools have computers. The system begins. The report of ASCR 2024-25 tells, Madam, 31% of the children of Class 1 still cannot recognize numbers, and 40% of the children of Class 5 cannot do simple addition and subtraction. Would we like to request the central government to kindly restore quality education in Bihar and build special packages for landless schools? The central government? Thank you very much.
Primary through education.
You started to become a teacher. I want to say it through you. The teachers of the basic education department are going through an extremely close situation due to the judgment rendered by the Honorable Supreme Court regarding TET 19-2025.
Because it has been mentioned in the decision of the Supreme Court that the tax is also translated for those who are already employed in the Center of Tax Implementation of the country, 7010 and 7011 of Uttar Pradesh, and if they do not pass the tax in 2 years, they will be given in service thanks. Perhaps you are also aware that whatever criteria of Yogata were issued in the currents that occurred 25-30 years ago from today. At that time, teachers who fulfilled those parameters were acting as teachers who, on the basis of their loyalty, their skilled teaching skills and experience, played an important role in the creation of all yoga and self-cultured citizen.
Stopped. Full-fledged teachers are being unnecessarily disputed today for passing the newly scheduled eligibility test teacher dialogue CAG after a long time.
I want to say this through you, teacher.
The poor don't come from home. They are the poor. They are also the children of farmers. They are BJP too. This is for Congress. All of this teaches people. Let their jobs not be threatened. The government wants to take away the employment of this double engineer. He wants to take the job.
There is a very important question. There is a question related to 25,000 teachers of the whole country, and there is a question related to 20,000 teachers in Uttar Pradesh alone. The subject is that of Manyavar, like we do the IAS exam, but the exam. It is. There is no other test in between. Teachers are appointed once on the basis of their qualifications. There is no other test in between. If the rules are changed, then it applies to the teachers who are appointed after the change. He studied in elementary and middle classes. Teachers who were recruited before 2009 were recruited on the basis of their qualifications at that time. New in 2009. Education rules became the one that was to be implemented after that. The Supreme Court gave a decision that teachers who were appointed even before 2009 will have to take the TET exam again, if a lawyer becomes a judge.
If he is asked to pass the NLB exam again, it is certainly unfair. Almost a judge. If he is asked to pass the NLB exam again, it is certainly unfair. In the same way, there is injustice with teachers who are more than 10,000.
They are working on teaching. This does not apply to those who already have job training. An amendment should be brought so that those who are already working teachers should be DT. We don't have to take the test because we are Malia's Lok Sabha.
All right.
Okay, today, teachers working in the entire country and the state, and in my Lok Sabha constituency of Jalaun, Garautha, Bhognipur, are extremely frightened by the order of the Honorable Supreme Court, while by the government of India.
The educational qualification of teachers teaching from Raksha 1 to 8 was prescribed for recruitment, in which it is mandatory to pass the Teacher Eligibility Test TT among other qualifications. This qualification is after 2010.
Had to apply for recruitment. It was not to be applicable to the pre-appointed teacher, but the decision of the Supreme Court has become applicable to the demand on the pre-appointed establishment. When the appointment was made, merit was determinative. He was appointed only after completing it. Teacher.
Approximately received teachers from more than 2025. We demand from our government that such teachers who were appointed before 2010 should be exempted from teacher eligibility examination.
Thank you, Sarapati ji. I have celebrated a new district Mahuganj in the most backward part of Rewa district. Almost the entire population of Mahuganj district lives in the wild and hilly area. There is no better school for education. There is a great need for excellent schools in Mahuganj district. Therefore, I request the minister through you to take pains to establish one Navodaya Vidyalaya and one Kendriya Vidyalaya in one district in Mahuganj districts. Thank you, Deshmukh ji.
Today I stand in this house for the future of millions of teachers and the safety of their families, and for the quality of education of millions of students across the country.
I am here to speak on a very serious subject. A large number of teachers in our country became rules enforced at the time of appointment by the government and were selected through a purely statutory process based on qualifications and training. There was no error in his appointment, no irregularity.
These have been teaching with honesty and loyalty for years, but today their jobs are in jeopardy for only one reason. The TET exam is made compulsory by sudden and brutal effect. When these teachers were appointed, no condition like TET existed. After how many years to say that if you want to keep the job, then pass the TET? This is gross injustice. This is an administrative mistake to impose the burden on the teachers and is a serious injustice to them. Education in rural, tribal, and remote areas of the country belongs entirely to these teachers. Walk in trust. What will happen to those schools if millions of teachers become insecure or out of work due to the mandatory TTE? What will happen to those children? There will be a huge crisis in the education system. The purpose of RTE is to give children the right to education, not to remove teachers.
The qualification of the President Samayodaya teacher cannot be judged by a written examination alone. Their real value, their experience, their understanding of it is determined by the great positive influence on the students.